Okay, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today is my match reaction to Tottenham nil, Chelsea 1, a massive win, London derby, we've done it again. I mean, can we even be surprised at this point? Every time we go there, we win. I could see it, before the game I saw us winning, we have won. I mean, in the end, 1-0, it makes it look a lot closer than what it was. It was the most comfortable 1-0 win we're ever going to have. Especially the way some of our games have gone this year. I mean, Sunderland and Brighton put us under more pressure when we won them up than Tottenham did. But absolutely brilliant. I mean, it's our fifth consecutive win against Tottenham now, our third consecutive win away against them. I think we've won 6 of the 7 games, I think it is, we've played at their new stadium. I mean, you can see how the players talk about it. It is just a second home. We find it so easy there. I mean, overall, I think their atmosphere is quite overrated anyway, to be honest. I don't think they're anything special at all. And I think as soon as you do get something up on them, it's quite an easy place to go because I think they quite easily turn on the players. And I think we saw that obviously the booing. So, it's no surprise we find it quite an easy place to go. But I think Maresca got the setup perfect. He got the setup as close to perfect as possible. Maybe we'd like to see him get into a rest of our start after their performances in midweek. But it all clearly worked out so well. There was a lot of talk going into the game about how Tottenham set up. Then with 4 centre mids, obviously Burville did have to come off. Was the 7th minute, so they had to adapt slightly early on. But they obviously bring on Xavi Simons. But they did, they went pretty defensive. The 4 centre mids really trying to dominate that middle. There was a lot of talk about how they were going to press us, try to put us under pressure, a bit like we saw Man United do, I guess, at Old Trafford in those first 20 minutes where we completely cracked. There's a lot of talks about the long throws, obviously, balls in the box, whether it's a corner, free kick, a long throw, just a general cross. We've been absolutely awful defending all season. About probably 80% of our goals, probably came from some type of ball into the box. So there's lots about Danto's long throws. I mean, none of it worked out. None of it. We completely squashed all their plans, their throwing plans. I mean, we didn't have many throw-ins in the first place, to be honest. We did a good job of that. But, we pushed players up. I think it was Gusto, João Pedro, and I can't remember the other player, but we just pushed them 3 up towards the half lane every time. Less dilution in the box. They had to bring players back. So straight away, just makes the box less crowded, has less Tottenham threat in the box. And also gave us counter opportunities. I mean, we saw a few times where Robert Sanchez was easily able to claim the ball and then just throw it out or kick it long for a counter attack. And we just in general looked a lot more comfortable. I mean, all set pieces of Sanchez was just he was comfy. He easily claimed so many balls into the box. I think it might have been 5, maybe. He just comfortably claimed. I think the stat was. I mean, he just looks so easy at just coming out and catch it. I've never seen Robert Sanchez look so comfortable with that sort of thing ever. Every single thing, he would stride out. Doesn't matter how far off his line he had to come, he'd just stride out and catch it. I mean, really good from Robert Sanchez. Definitely seems like we have improved somewhat. So I don't think Tottenham's doing a brilliant job at it necessarily, but we just look so much more comfortable defending anything coming to the box. The midfield, I mean, it doesn't matter how many cinemas they could have had on. We completely controlled it. Completely squashed the midfield. Some absolute unreal shifts in there from Enzo, Caicedo, and James. All 3 of them, unbelievable job. I say we just completely controlled that midfield. And I think in general, just the off-ball setup was really good. We've attack was cut out completely. And Colin Moani, I forgot he was playing. I genuinely completely forgot Colin Moani was playing until he got subbed off. Absolutely not a peep from him. Kudos, he did have one chance. Force could say about Robert Sanchez. Apart from that, not much. There was one where the bars, one time where Cucurella managed to push him all the way to the other flank, didn't he? He was pretty much cut off as well. I mean, Xavi Simons, he was awful, absolutely awful. I mean, he's had a tough start to Tottenham, but it's starting to look, maybe that we got away with one by not putting in a bid for him and not really ever making too much of a formal agreement with him because he was absolutely awful. He wasn't, he didn't look anywhere near the standard physically. On the ball, didn't really do anything. I mean, there was maybe one dribble I remember him completing when I can't remember which one of our players was, just completely threw himself at it. Where, to be honest, if you've got any footballing brain, you probably could have dribbled past the player. I mean, he just looked absolutely awful. A horrid performance. Obviously, he got subbed off as well after getting subbed on in the first half. So, I mean, they're on the ball. They were just awful. I mean, playing out from the back. I mean, their long balls weren't working, so they tried playing out from the back. given it away on numerous occasions, including the goal, gave us a few chances from it. I mean, what João Pedro had that one chance. Obviously, then the chance where Caicedo got it, gave it to Pedro and he scored. I mean, how many times they just put out for throw-ins, trying to pass that. I mean, the pass after that, they were absolutely awful. They were so bad at it. And this whole thing about them pressing, they didn't even put us under too much pressure. I mean, there was one or two close calls where players tried doing too much, but then, it was easily recovered. It was so comfortable. And I say 1-0, it's a flattering scoreline for them. João Pedro had 3 shots saved. You'd maybe hope you'd do a bit better with, you know, definitely is one of them. Probably the first one as well, where he won the ball off. Was it Porro playing out from the back? Obviously, there was one really good save from Ficarro where João Pedro came across it and Ficarro managed to tip it over the bar. Let's say you'd hope João Pedro probably did a bit better with one of them. That Gittins chance, I mean, I don't know how professional football doesn't get that on target, to be honest. Especially a player like high in confidence and form that you think he would be after his last few performances. How professional football doesn't get that on target, I have no idea. I mean, he probably could have faked the shot and Vicario probably would have dived out the goal by the looks of it and he would have given himself an open goal to score. And I mean, Gittins, you've got to go that way. And at the very least, get on target. It's not even like it was, he absolutely ballooned it over. I don't know what he was doing. Unbelievable. Enzo Fernandez had that header as well. But he just couldn't get over it. I mean, it's true. Say if maybe was a taller player, you expect him to do better there, but you can sort of understand him not being able to necessarily get over it. Apart from that, we didn't create too much. Apart from that, I mean, James had a few shots from range. One of them miles over, one of them kind of close. I was going curling across goal. But we didn't create an awful lot, but we definitely created enough to. We should have scored more, and we should have been. I mean, we should have easily won that game at least 2-0, probably 3-0. You'd think. But look, it done the job though. It done the job. It was a decent little goal. I mean, Moise Caicedo, an absolute beast for games in the player range. Absolute beast. He wins the ball back. Neto gives it away. He wins the ball back again. He shrugs off like 3 Tottenham defenders, just gets rid of them, squares it to João Pedro. João Pedro with an emphatic finish. Absolute brilliant finish. There's no saving that. Exactly what you want from your striker. So just emphatic, right in the top corner, smashes it in. Yeah, brilliant goal. But say it's all in Moises Caicedo, just an absolute beast everywhere he goes. Another unbelievable performance from him. Oh, I mean, the referee, obviously, there's a lot to talk about that red card. I think overall he didn't do too bad of a job. There's a few times with like little things like pushing the backs or shirt pulls. I thought he was a little bit inconsistent. Overall, he weren't too bad. But obviously, the main talking point was that Bentancur challenge on James. I mean, I know they have let a few more of these run recently, but I can't see how that is not serious foul play. I mean, it got described was described as reckless but not serious foul play. I just don't understand how it. I don't understand what more that challenge could be to be considered serious foul play. If you get what I mean, it's Studs first. He's stamping down him. It's ankle slash above the way it's angled. Like it's top of his ankle, sort of start of his leg. It's late. It's late. I don't understand like what. How could that challenge be possibly any worse for it to be sending off? Does it have to be higher? Does he have to be sliding? I don't understand how it is not serious foul play. It's an absolute horrible challenge. The way James' ankle rolls, it can see, it can easily be a leg breaker. It is a horrid challenge. And his reaction as well. After the reaction, he's going out going. I mean, he went head to head with Fon, he went head to head with Chalobah. He didn't really make contact, but was he lucky to escape anything there as well? But honestly, for that challenge, I mean, I'm all right letting the bit after go, even though somehow we did have Chalobah booked as well. But I mean, it's a ugly challenge. I don't really get how that's not serious foul play, to be honest. But whatever. There was another one as well. Was it Jed Spence or Xavi Simons? I think it was one of them two, where his foot just rolled on the ball and he just clipped out his toe. I don't know if Sky Sports sort of covered it, maybe made it a bit of a bigger thing than what it was. For me, that was never a sending off. So his foot rolls to the ball, but he just about clips the toe of Neto. I think it was. That was never. I mean, it was never red. So I do think the referee in the VAR did get that one right, and same with the Enzo one. I mean, I know some people have been posting the picture of the Enzo one and saying it should be a sending off, but I mean, just grow up. Yeah, I mean, you can watch a replay once and you see he barely touches him. He pulls it away just in time. He maybe clips his knee. So I think the referee got that one right as well to not send off Enzo. Yeah, It's the most comfortable one goal away derby win ever. You really you will not get anything more comfortable than that. Absolutely easy, and it was thoroughly deserved. Thoroughly deserved. We were thoroughly better than them. I say, I mean, Tottenham they looked absolutely awful. I think we got the job done. We did what we had to do. We pretty much eased the victory really. So yeah, good stuff. So getting to the player ratings then, Robert Sanchez. I'm giving him 7.5. I mean, apart from that kudos effort, what he tipped away and managed to tip it away from any possible rebounds, he didn't have any shots to save, but he did have quite a few crosses to claim, and he did it with ease. As I said, it's the most comfortable I've ever seen him look. So yeah, 7.5 Robert Sanchez. Big improvement. I think his distribution. I said this to my dad when I was watching the game. I think his distribution is getting better. There's a few times where he did the few throws, what started counter attacks. A few kicks were almost sort of saw our wings break away. Maybe a few of them just had a bit too much on it. But I think his long distribution is getting better. I think his claiming crosses was brilliant, and shot stopping, the one chance he needed to stop, he did. So yeah, 7.5 for Robert Sanchez. Mela Gusto, 7.5 as well for me. Really, really good. I think shaky start. There was one where I think he tried doing too much, gave it away, but he managed to get back and recover it. And after that, he looked really, really comfortable in that right back slot. Um, no one was getting past him. Some really nice challenges. Linked up the attack decently. Yeah, solid from Gusto, 7.5. Wesley Fofana as well, 7.5. Once again, just really, really solid. No one really getting anything on him. Looked comfortable on the ball, constantly shimmying away and then smashing it up the line. So yeah, really comfortable from Wesley Fofana, 7.5. Same for Trevor Chalobah, another one just really comfortable, absolutely solid. Didn't no one caused him a problem all day, 7.5. Cucurella, once again, just really, really comfortable. Just a bit of a walk in the park for the whole backline, really. So yeah, 7.5 for Cucurella. Reece James, it's another 7.5. Just really, really good. Controlled the midfield. The physical presence was unreal. Yeah, just really, really good from Reece James. Moise Caicedo. Do we go in 8.5? Do we go in 9? I'll say 8.5, but once again, just absolutely unbelievable from Moise Caicedo. Um, I mean, in these games, he is just turning up to the next level and showcasing to the whole Premier League what he can do. And he is now widely regarded in the Premier League as the best midfielder because he does this on a regular. Just an absolute beast. Absolutely everywhere you go, he's there. He's winning the ball and he's starting stuff up. He is just the next level. He's unreal. I mean, what more? What more can I say? What more can you say about him? 8.5, just absolutely incredible. Moises Caicedo yet again. Pedro Neto, I think this is the hardest one to rate Pedro Neto. Obviously, he came off in the 80th minute. I think he personally, I would have brought him off a lot earlier. He looked knackered. He weren't doing too much. Um, it's a tricky one. I'm stuck between sort of like a 5.5 and a 6. I'm gonna go with 5.5. He was, he's one of those. He was all right at times, but you probably wanted a bit more from him. So yeah, 5.5. Enzo Fernandez is going with a 7. Really, really solid job from Enzo. He deserved an assist for some of those free balls late on. Obviously, almost got the goal. Well, I say almost. He had the chance with the header. So yeah, Enzo Fernandez performance where I think a lot of his work went unrecognised. I thought he was really, really good. So yeah, 7. Garnacho, I'll go with 5. Once again, I think he came off just past an hour in. Probably would have brought him off a bit earlier. He just doesn't. I don't know. He just doesn't. It's a weird one because he gets to the ball. He looks all right, but he just doesn't create anything. Struggles to really make a massive mark on the game. So yeah, 5 for Garnacho. And João Pedro, I'll give him a 7.5 because he drew a lot of fouls. He got the goal. I say there's the other chances where he probably should have put at least one of them away, especially that one towards the end. But hey, he did what we needed him to do. He scored the goal. That's his job. 7.5. On to subs. Jamie Gittins, I'll probably give him a 6.5. He looked decent. I say that. I mean, that one he's got to score that one. And maybe if we don't end up winning that game because he doesn't score that one, maybe I'd mark him down a lot more. Maybe I'm letting him off slightly because we did win. But yeah, 6.5. Lavia 7. Just slotted into that midfield, looked perfect. So yeah, how can I not give him a 7? Really good. Esteval 6.5 for me. I mean, he looked good. He came on. He was taking men on down that flank. Looked a lot more dangerous than what Neto did. But obviously didn't really have long to do much. So yeah, 6.5 for Esteval. And Tosin, I mean, came on in the 89th minute. Not much to say, so I'll give him a 6. And yeah, that is it for today then. I mean, what a win. Absolutely buzzing with that, as we always are when it's Tottenham. I mean, it's same old, same old. Some things never change. On to Carabao now, in midweek in the Champions League. I mean, you'd hope that'd be another win. Thanks for watching. I've been Chelsea. See you later.